daughter's father, who I'm not married to, made the mistake a few months ago of telling him that I was able to save up some money for our 3-year-old daughter.
And this is what it looks like when a man abuses a woman with her own money.
I know we always advise women, make your own money. You have to have your own money. You have to make your own money as a woman. Work so you can have money. But do you know that yes, when a woman makes some money, there's some women that make money and still give all those money to the man that they are in a relationship with. And the man will still financially abuse them. And now they will end up with no money. So they are making money, but they don't have money because they're still kind of emotionally involved with a man and they feel like, you know what, we can have the money together. And they kind of give the man the money, or the man will take the money from them and they don't have any money. So it's not always about advising women to make their own money, but then aside from you making your own money, you have to learn how to be disciplined with your money if you're in a relationship with a man. So this woman, she has her money, but then she doesn't have money again. Let me show you some videos and I'll share my thoughts at the end of the video.
My daughter's daycare lunch that her dad packed today. I had to work today. It's her second day back at daycare, so she had to go a little bit later. Usually I would drop her off on my way to work, the one who drops her off every single day. So I don't really blame him for this, but I wrote very detailed instructions for him, and let's just see together how he followed them. If you've ever had a child in daycare, you know that they're extremely strict about what they can eat for lunch. Like there's lots of allergies in the classroom you're not allowed to pack. Also, the food has to be at a certain temperature, so if they're eating fruits and veggies, they have to be cold. And then if they have other types of food, they have to be kept hot unless it's something that's non-perishable. This morning I made her spaghetti, made her applesauce. When I say I made her applesauce, I mean I literally boiled apples and then blended them this morning along with some pineapple. It's like a pineapple applesauce. It's really good. I put the applesauce in the freezer so it would kind of act as an ice pack, and also it would defrost in time for her to eat it later on and it would still be nice and cold. Cut up some cherries, I cut up some fruits and veggies, I filled up her water bottle, and I got it all ready just like this. These are the instructions that I wrote out for her dad this morning. I did put the water bottle and the fruits and veggies in the fridge. As you can see, I said the applesauce is in the freezer. I said cherries and veggies in the bottom of the lunch pack with ice pack. He knows I have these ice packs that I just bought because I was really excited about them, and I showed him and he knows where they are in the freezer. And I said the applesauce is in the freezer. At the bottom I said the bluey water bottle, put at the top part because that can be with the hot thermos, it's just water. Okay. And I had the thermos there ready to go. I even said to heat up the spaghetti in a bowl and not in the thermos because the thermos is metal. Obviously you can't put the thermos in the microwave, and who knows, I just wanted to make sure that he knew not to put the thermos in the microwave and just put the bowl. I made sure to message him the same thing, that her fruit and veggies are on the top left shelf of the fridge, her applesauce is frozen, blah, blah, blah. Reiterating, basically. I messaged him after I left for work this morning. Anyway, so here we are. Right away you can see this is not the bluey water bottle, but that's fine. It's a water bottle, right? Mm-hmm. But just let me show you where the bluey water bottle is, right in the fridge, which was right where I had her veggies and her cherries. But obviously he wanted to use the pink one today, so that's okay. Didn't have to be the one that I set out for him. That was cold in the fridge already. The applesauce that I made this morning that I wrote on the note was in the freezer. It's still here in the freezer, this little pack. So I put it in the freezer because it kind of doubles as an ice pack, but then I also keep the ice packs right here. I made sure to put them together so that there would be no excuse for him not to see both of them because he knows where we keep the ice packs. So I put the applesauce right on top. The applesauce did not make it into the lunch bag. It stayed home. So she didn't have applesauce today. That's okay. She still had her cherries and her veggies. When I said in the note that the cherries and the veggies have to have an ice pack, because if they don't have an ice pack, the teachers don't feed it to the kids because it can be dangerous. It can grow bacteria or whatever. It doesn't stay at if it doesn't stay at a certain cold temperature. So instead of taking, I bought these really cute little ice packs. They've got teddy bears. These ones have ice cream on them. I keep them in the freezer in this little Ziploc bag all together. There's like a couple teether toys in there as well. He takes the entire Ziploc bag of ice packs and he just puts it right in the lunchbox, which I guess it kept it cold enough, so that's fine. But yeah, how do you think he did? What can I do better with my instructions? Because 3-year-old daughter. And like I've said, the stuff that I've already posted, which is not much, just begins to skim the surface. My daughter's father, who I'm not married to, made the mistake a few months ago of telling him that I was able to save up some money for our 3-year-old daughter. I'm a house cleaner. I get paid cash. Every time I spend bills, I put the change aside for her. Over a year, it's accumulated. And so I counted it one day and I got so excited that it was like $800, because that's ridiculous for a 3-year-old to have $800 in savings. I was so excited that I went to him. Oh my God, like it was $802 or something. And I was like, I can't believe it. Can you believe this? Like I was genuinely happy and excited. Within 1 week, to me and said, I have legal fees. My lawyer, he needs another payment. It's going to be $3,000. I don't have that. I'm not going to be able to buy groceries. Can I take from Isabella's like $800, because I don't have money, because every single time I have money, suddenly there's an emergency, right? So like I have to cover rent, or I have to buy groceries, or whatever it is. I'm just at the gym, but I just wanted to clarify what I meant about like when I have to cover rent. I actually have been paying 100% of the rent for a full year. He's got a lot going on right now, so I was like, okay, I'll cover rent for you for a year. We've now exceeded that year, and he's supposed to be paying a portion of the rent, so I'm paying like $2,300, and then plus like I pay utilities, internet, Netflix, all that stuff. So I pay like maybe $2,600 a month. He's supposed to give me like $500 a month on top of that, and then he's supposed to pay for groceries. So when I have to cover the rent, that means I have to pay for like everything. I have to pay for groceries on top of the rent. Like that's what I mean by that. So as soon as like that was my mistake, and I'll own up to that. I'll eat the $800. I lost it. That was my fault, right? He has a shopping problem, which is why he doesn't have money. He has a shopping problem. I took the liberty of going through his closet and pulling out all these things that he's bought since May, since we moved into this house. These are all off-white collaborations. These are all collectibles, hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars worth of shoes, let alone Young LA, dark sport, Young LA. These are all pants, all shoes, all shirts. Since May, he's bought all of these things, right? Like he's at work right now. I've just gone into his closet just so that I can visualize all these hats. These are just hats. Like he doesn't even wear hats. Like I haven't gotten the money back for my 3-year-old daughter's saving account yet. And I've asked him multiple times over the past 3 months, when are you going to be able to pay that back? And he always gives an excuse like, oh, I just had to pay another lawyer fee. Oh, I just had to do this. And then suddenly new pants will appear in his closet. And I'll ask him, oh, those are cool. Where did those come from? Oh, I've had those for a while. Oh, I got those a long time ago. You're just seeing them for some. Oh, where did these off-white shoes come from? Oh, I got it from some guy I know. He sells them secondhand, and I got them for like $100. Oh, where did all these hats come from? Oh, I got them for free. Some guy just gave them to me. Like, okay. And then today he goes to work, and I go into his gym bag to try to find a lighter because I want to light my candle. And I found these brand new shoes, brand new, not even worn yet, brand new, that he hid in his closet, in his gym bag. He already threw away the box. So that proves to me that he's hiding his shopping from me. Instead of paying these, by the way, I looked them up on Google. They're like $300 on Google. Some of them were like $1,200, but I'm like on the low end, they're $300. But yeah, if anybody has any suggestions of some legal side hustles that are not digital marketing, that are not selling courses that are not writing letters, like actual ways to make extra money on the side, please let me know, because I'm wearing myself thin here. And I just simply can't afford to save enough for a security deposit on a new place. As much as I would love to be able to move out right now, I quite literally am living paycheck to paycheck because all of my money is going towards bills that should be split between two people. That's it. I'm stuck and I'm struggling. I can't go and move out to a shelter. I'm not going to go and take a room for a woman because I'm not in danger. We are not in danger. I can afford to live. Like, I can afford to pay our bills. I cannot afford to save up to move out. There's a big difference. So that's the situation that I'm in right now. Any suggestions would be helpful.
What is your advice for her? Because she doesn't know what to do. She's asking for advice. She's like, what am I going to do? Am I going to make more money? What kind of work am I going to do? I feel like the first thing is to start collecting rent from your man or from your baby daddy. It's not even your husband. I don't know if they're dating. I just feel like they're living together. The way she's sounding in those videos, I just feel like he's just the father of the child, right? And they're living together. So the guy is spending that money and he's also spending the little money that he has on things that are important to him. And you, I don't think you've ever gone for shopping because you cannot. You're living paycheck to paycheck. So before you get paid from the cleaning job, you've already finished all your money on bills. So you don't even have money to buy things for yourself. Whereas the person that is staying with you is not helping with the bills, is not doing anything, and is shopping luxury items. It's not even buying second-hand used products. It's not buying things that are used. It's buying luxury items because those are the things that he values and he has the money for it. He's spending the money that you kept for your child, and he spends it on some legal stuff. You guys, what is your advice for her? I have one reaction to share with you all. Let's watch this video together, then I'll share my thoughts at the end of the video.
Daughter's father, who I'm not married to, made the mistake a few months ago of telling him that I was able to save up some money for our 3-year-old daughter.
And this is what it looks like when a man abuses a woman with her own money. And I want you to see it because when I say it, women don't believe me. They come online so confident, like they know what they're talking about. And they're like, you shouldn't, rely on a man financially. You have to have your own money. Like, that's the solution, okay? But in reality, a lot of times when those women, pay the bills and stuff with their own money, they're still being financially abused by a man who is essentially depleting the savings and any money that she has. He is finding a way to get that money and spend it. I'll watch the video, I'll link it below, but essentially this woman saved up money for their 4-year-old child. She makes the point of saying that they're not married, but they have a child together, so, first red flag. But anyway, and what does the man do? Right away, it's like, oh, suddenly he needs money for lawyers or whatever. And then she discovers that he's been buying himself all of this really expensive shit, like $300 shoes and limited edition t-shirts or whatever garbage. Meanwhile, he's depleted the savings that was for their child and does not pay any of the bills. And the woman can't afford to leave because she doesn't have savings, okay? But she could just kick the man out and sue him for child support. That would be financially more advantageous than letting him stay. But a lot of times, these women are stuck not because of the money or not just because of the money. They are stuck emotionally. The thing that is keeping them in this cage is often emotional more than it is financial. And that is why the advice to just have your own money, just make your own money, don't rely on a man for money, is terrible advice because it fundamentally misunderstands how abuse happens. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying women shouldn't have their own money, but it's useless having your own money if you're still going to let a man spend it all. The thing that will keep you safe from abuse is not just having your own money, it's having self esteem. Okay, that's the thing. Unfortunately, I hate to say it because it sounds bad, but that's the thing that abuse victims have in common is that they do not have good self-esteem going into these relationships. And while it's never a woman's fault if she's being abused and if the man is behaving badly, like that is 100% on him, but I just want you to understand that that is the common denominator in all of these situations so that you can actually address the issue where it is and not just, oh, make your own money and be financially independent, like as if that's the solution. No, the real solution is your self-esteem. Work on your self-esteem, your sense of self-worth, value yourself, have strong boundaries, because this is why you see beautiful, successful, intelligent, financially independent women end up in terrible relationships with men who treat them horribly. Okay, it is because they have low self-esteem to begin with. That's not their fault. Society makes it really easy for us to basically hate ourselves, okay? But I'm just saying, recognize if that is you and work on your self-esteem. That is the thing that is the most likely going to keep you safer, not 100%, but like safer if you're going to date men. And to the woman, since she asked for suggestions, my suggestion, and this is not legal advice, by the way, just a suggestion, and yes, technically what I'm about to say is illegal, I don't care. My suggestion would be to sell all of his stuff, change the locks, and sue him for child support. Yes, he could sue you back, but who cares? Because you could countersue him for unpaid rent or whatever. Throw whatever lawsuit you want at him. Sue him, okay? Yeah, you might be in trouble because you kicked him out, but it's easier to ask for forgiveness than to ask for permission. Anyway, that's all I have for you today.
In the beginning of the video, she was talking about when she told him to pack lunch for the child, for the 3-year-old child to preschool or crèche or wherever the child was going to. And the thing is, she wrote a note. You can tell when you're staying with a useless man. This is not. A man is not useful to you, is not useful to you. You prepared the food. You didn't tell him to prepare the food. You already prepared the food. And you're the one that always dropped the child off school. But that was just exception. That was just that day. So you wrote a note down on the things that he needs to put in the lunch box. Not just notes. You send a text message to reconfirm whatever you want him to put, and he did not do anything that you wanted. Nothing was done exactly how you wanted it. It's useless on that part when it comes to taking care of the child. It's not paying rent. It's not buying groceries. It's not doing this, it's not doing that. I do not understand, you guys. And she's asking for what can she do. No matter how much you make, it's going to finish in as much as you're staying with that man. In as much as you're still paying his bills, your money will finish. So no matter outside also, legal side also, that you're looking for, I feel like your money will still finish. You need to learn how to be disciplined and, be wicked with your money because I don't know. Maybe it's love. I don't know, but I just feel like some women need to actually open their eyes and see things clearly because now I feel like he's going to be hiding a lot of purchase because now she's like he has a shopping problem. He doesn't have a shopping problem. He has money to buy things for himself, and I feel like those are the things that are important to him, and that is because he knows that his bills will be paid by you. And he's still going to ask you for money later on, and you're still going to give him. How can you save money for like a year for your child and you give it to a man? What kind of love are these women? I don't know. Is there a different kind of love in the air? Because how can you save money for your child and you give it to your man to have access to it? Why are you even telling him you have a savings? Your own the savings was just from you personally, from your work, and which I don't know. I just feel like she needs to actually sit down and know the kind of relationship she has with that guy and knows that the guy does not actually care about her or the child because just to pack a lunch box that you already made was a problem. You guys, what's your take? What is your advice for her? Can you share your thought down in the comment section? Respectfully, as always, sugar my ideas. And thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please like and share and subscribe. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.